Really excited for the group of young men in that locker room right now. Mac Uline said it perfectly to our team after the game. There's a lot of guys in that locker room that have been working their butts off for years. To have an opportunity like this at a place like Penn State and get a win on the road. It's a testament to Mac's leadership, our seniors' leadership, this football team's leadership, and ultimately, and Mac got to it before I could even say it, but really proud of our guys. But the process continues. Nowhere in our list of goals within our program does it say beat Penn State. Our guys got an opportunity for 24 hours to soak this in and acknowledge what got them to this position. I truly believe that our football team expected to win today. It showed up in the adverse situations that showed up in the game, our response and resilience. But ultimately, tomorrow afternoon we have to shift our focus to Purdue and go work our butts off to find ways to get better each and every single day. Like we said last week, comfort's the enemy. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to want to pat us on the back after a great road win. It's not time to listen to any of that. It's time to get back to work and position ourselves for a great week of practice this week. Ultimately, the message was really, you got a football team that's got their back up against the wall, but also a football team that may be questioning who they are. And, it's funny, Mark was in our team meeting, and I was hammering home to our guys. You got a group that's going to be hungry, they're going to be back home, they're going to come out firing. And, Mark kind of responded to me, hey, Dave, they're also vulnerable, man. Like, let's stay on the attack. Our guys studied the film. They knew that we had a very talented football team in a hostile environment that we had to be prepared for. I think it's a reflection of a football team that, since our bye week, has identified who we are, is confident in who we are, and knows that when we execute, we can play with anyone in the country.
Hey, Coach, you look at today, you guys responded so many times. They got that block punt early, or he got the pick. 3 times, I think they took the lead, and you guys regained it this time. You threw the last touchdown. What do you attribute that to?
Our leadership, our maturity, truly a unified team and group that just trusts one another. I mean, truly a unified team. I gotta be honest with you, Louis, I came in at halftime and it was hot. I felt like we left so many opportunities out there, in the first half. A huge stop by our defense, and then we muff a punt, And what a great opportunity for us as a coaching staff and a football team to get back and watch the film objectively and not sugarcoat the fact that there's still areas that we need to get fixed and improve and learn from today. But it is a reflection throughout the game of our resolve and our unity as a football team. There wasn't anyone on that sideline that when we went down didn't believe that our offense was going to put together a drive and go take the lead back.
Coach, thinking back 6 weeks ago, down in New Orleans and Tulane, in a lot of ways it's hard to believe this is the same team. Just 6 weeks later, coming to a hostile environment.
Yeah.
What can you just say about the overall maturity and growth from this team since then?
Two things. It's not the same football team. I mean, these guys have made a commitment to just get to work and get better each and every single day. And then secondly, it's a reflection for all of us within the program, us in life. Like, you aren't defined by one bad day. You're not defined by one bad game. And our group took that to heart. That was a bad day. That was a frustrating day. But it did not take away all the hard work that had gone into building this football team and building the unity that we're talking about back in January that Mac's alluding to. And it's a testament to the leadership within our locker room from our players and our resolve and our ability to understand that we're not defined by one bad day. we were hoping to get points, Louis, but ultimately we knew that they had 3 timeouts. We had 0. Like, it was about forcing them to take their timeouts, early on in that drive, hoping that we'd pick up our first down, and then once we pick up that first down, we could go. And that penalty was critical. That penalty moves it up. They're going to be less aggressive. They're not going to have the same field position. We were able to stick our foot on the gas, and for us to come out of that drive with points was huge.
How did Joe Himon know to slide at the 1-yard line? I mean, is that something you talked about in the huddle?
I'm excited to talk to Zach and our coaching staff along with Joe. It's a situation that we talk about all the time in our coordinator meetings. It's something that we talk about, with our players in situational football. Our brand has to be smart and decisive. Like, we need to lean into our intelligence. There's no smarter play than what we saw out of Joe Himon. I honestly had flipped over to special teams talking about clock management. I don't know if Zach had communicated that or not, but my assumption is, Zach is super on top of that in the way that Joe responded. I'm confident that it was communicated in the huddle before we broke the huddle that that's exactly what we need to do if we broke a run.
I was out on the field and I saw you and Mac Elon hug each other. What were you guys saying?
Yeah, what I will say, Louis, is there's a lot of guys that have put so much effort into coming off a 4-8 season and getting to work and reestablishing the standard and identifying who we need to be moving forward. But Mac has been an absolute ringleader in all of that. His willingness to step outside his comfort zone, hold himself and others accountable. It was a moment for Mac and I to talk about, like, this is what we've worked for. This is what this program's worked for, and also acknowledge we're not done yet. Great win, good. Let's get back to work tomorrow. And there's no better worker, there's no better leader in the country than Mac Elon.
Coach, that last 4th down stop, Drew Aller goes out of the game. Before Preston runs back into the game, I heard him yell to the offensive bench, "We have to finish. We have to finish." And I felt like his maturity was on full display today. If you think back to the 2-minute drill going into halftime, and the last touchdown drive, unwavering.
Yeah, it is. It is unwavering. That 3rd down, 4th down stop, and the energy and the physicality, and our guys just laying their bodies on the line to go get a stop. That's our defense. Like, that's Northwestern defense for decades. Like, that's Tim McGargle. Like, that's his DNA all over it. And pray that Drew Aller's going to be okay. Scary situation. But the things that you're referring to with Preston, like, that's who he is. And that's not who he is, like, when the lights are on. That's not who he is in the 4th quarter against Penn State when things are going well. Like, that's who Preston Stone is every single day. He's a winner. And proud to call him our quarterback.
Where do you rank this win personally? Like, where do you put this?
I don't know. What I can tell you is it feels really good right now, and that football team was ranked whatever they were at the beginning of the year for a reason. This is a talented football team. And for us to be able to do it on the road in a hostile environment and overcome adversity through it and not be fluky, and us just showing up as ourselves, the best versions of ourselves, I'm just really proud of our entire program. I'm proud of our leadership at our university, and Mark and Pat and everyone that's involved in this. Christian Sarkeesian, I'm proud of our players. And I'm just proud of the unwavering belief of we're not going to panic, we're going to take it one day at a time. You don't win football games like this unless you know who you are as a football program. And for that reason, it makes today pretty special. But man, when we wake up tomorrow morning, we better have our hair on fire to go get better and get ready for Purdue. Thanks, Lou. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, Griffin, how'd it feel out there? This is kind of a cathedral of college football out there. How did you feel? What was your connection with Preston, especially like on 3rd down today? You guys had a lot of business.
Yeah, first off, the atmosphere. As a kid, it's kind of crazy. You always want to go to a Penn State game. You hear about the whiteout games. and then to come in here and spoil their homecoming, like that's something that you dream of as a competitor and a football player. And speaking on P. Stone, I mean, he's a great player. He's going to do what he needs to do. He's a winner. That's what he is. And I have to give all credit to the O-line, just like them holding up, allowing me to do my job, and everyone just working on the same page.
You caught a third down pass. I think it was fourth quarter. You had that slant, and you got up, and you put that shirt, and the guy covering you. Turned around and said, "What were you saying there?"
Just before the play, he was talking. He was like, "Let's go, let's go." And so just to go against a player of that caliber, he's a really good player. He did a great job tonight. So to have that competitiveness going back and forth, I mean, iron sharpens iron, and it was fun to do that with him.
That was Collins, right?
Yeah, number 9, I believe, or 2.
I think it was 2.
Number 2.
Aidan, what did you guys feel about the defensive effort today? I mean, it was, you guys stuffed them all day on big plays multiple times. What did you assess the defense today?
Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of the style we play with every game. We pride ourselves in playing with full effort and just dominating the line of scrimmage. And I'm just really happy it showed up today for us.
You've been here a long time. Where do you put this win for you personally?
It's up there for sure. I mean, this is probably the biggest road win of my career. So I'd say top 5 at least for sure.
Top 5?
Aidan, it felt like you guys in the first half, they were finding some gaps in the run game, some of the outside zone. What were the adjustments for the defensive line linebackers to clean some of that up? Because once you guys figured it out, I mean, it felt like it was pretty stout the rest of the game.
Yeah, we honestly didn't change too much. It was just about getting back to our fundamentals and executing the game plan like we planned all week, because when we execute, we're a good run defense, and people struggle to run the ball on us.
On that first drive, they blocked the punt, right? And they got the ball in the red zone, and then Ori comes up with that interception. How big was that, especially early in the game with a big crowd like this?
Oh, that's a huge play. I mean, it's easy. If they score there, it's easy to get down as a team and the morale. But I think Ori's interception was a critical play in this game, and it definitely gave momentum to both sides of the ball.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, my first question is for Joe. On that play, you broke it and you slid at the 1 yard line. How did you know to do that?
Those are situations we go over, all year long in fall camp. And then right before the play, my running back coach, Coach AT, he told me, if you break it, if you get open, go down at the 3 yard line. So, I got to listen to my coaches. And that's just something that I was always aware of, because we go over it a lot.
For both of you, you guys really responded, came back. I think you took the lead 3 times. They took the lead, and you guys came back and took it right away, and that, including the last one, the Caleb's game winner there. Where does that resolve come from? What do you attribute that to?
We knew it was going to be a 4-quarter battle all week long. We prepared for this, and it's just about finishing. It's not how you started; it's about how you finish the game. We just kept plugging, and believing in us, and we got the job done.
Yeah, I'd second everything he said. There's not one person that won this football game for us. It was all 11 guys in all 3 phases coming together, and just an undying belief in the team. Couldn't be more proud of how we fought.
How about your connection with Griffin today? I think he had 7 catches, close to 100 yards, a lot of third downs too. Like, what kind of connection do you guys have personally?
Yeah, Griffin, he does everything right. He's a really smart receiver. He's very crisp with his route running and his technique. But at the end of the day, the kid's just a playmaker, and that's exactly what he did on our last drive to win it, and on that touchdown in the first half. Griff's a stud. Always going to try to find ways to get him the ball.
Preston, we just saw Coach in here a second ago, and I told him it's hard to believe in a lot of ways this is the same team that we saw in New Orleans against Tulane. Just, can you guys both speak on the growth of the offensive unit as a whole, and to come out here in a hostile environment and perform and execute like that?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is we're just being us. We've got a great understanding of who we are and how we're going to win football games, and I think you've been able to see that from the past 3 games. going back to the first couple weeks of the season, I could confidently say there hasn't been a defense that stopped us. It's just been us that stopped ourselves. And so, when we get out of our own way, you can see the results.
Yeah, and to second what he said, we've proved it that nobody can stop us. It's always been ourselves, and if we just, keep improving each and every day, we get results like this. And I think we've improved each and every week, and that's just a credit to us. Just working hard day in and day out, and just believing in each other.
Preston, last year at SMU, you guys ended your season out here, right, to Penn State. What's it like to come back here and get a win in that environment?
Yeah, it's a great feeling. I just checked my phone, and Derek, my quarterback coach at SMU, a bunch of my teammates texted me. Just that was a big loss. That was a meaningful loss for us last year, and so just couldn't be happier to go out there and get this win with the band of brothers that we have on this team. And something we said after the game was, if the best thing we do all year is beat Penn State, then this season wouldn't have been a success. We're going to keep this momentum rolling and see how far we can take this thing.
Guys, whenever you're playing Penn State, the storyline is always about the crowd and the fans. And I felt like for a lot of the game, you guys did a great job of keeping the fans and crowd at bay. But Joe, I noticed after that last drive when you guys were taking your knees, you took a second to look up to see as fans were filing out of the stadium. Can you describe just what that feels like to come in here and have the opportunity to take a knee and watch the fans file out when you have the ball and the game's in your control?
Man, it's a great feeling to go out there and get that dub with my brothers. We don't believe in hype. We don't believe in names. We don't believe in anything else but what's played in between those white lines. And, when we watched the film, we saw that, we could do it, and we did it. It's just us, believing in us. And then just looking up and seeing everybody leave, man, it's an awesome feeling. But, yeah, it just goes to credit to my brothers playing for each other, and, we got the job done.